What if a black girl knew that her hair too was like finely refined wool, and not a fiber of her hair was the opposite of cool?
Hi guys, welcome back to this channel. If you are new, hi, and if you're a returning subscriber, hello boo. So yeah, practically all the products I used in achieving the style. So you probably already know that I'm using the Xpression collection, that is multi, and a little bit of multi hair I had left. Basically, I prepped my hair like this, but I did it in section instead. I already washed my hair, conditioned it the day prior, so my hair was not damped as it usually would be when I want to prep my hair. So I did spray a little bit of water, added my TCB leave-in treatment, the product I showed you earlier, and massage this product into my hair very well. I haven't done that satisfactorily. I go ahead to apply my leave-in strengthener from the Mega Growth brand. All these are products I showed you earlier. Then do the same in massaging the half part of my hair into it. This product is more of a styling product than a products that you leave in and just like that. It really enhances styling. That's why I apply both products first before I go ahead to part my hair or do any form of manipulation to my hair. It reduces breakage and all. So basically I go ahead to part the back section of my hair, and yeah. By the way, if you really don't care about the hair prepping sesh, you can check the description box below. The timestamps of where I started making the hair and other factors are displayed down, so you can just click the timestamp of what you want. Then after massaging my hair with the products, I go in with this shea butter and apply that to the section I parted down. The combination of these products in this particular order, helps me to easily use my hand to run through the hair, or even if it's a comb, if it's when I'm cutting or parting my hair, it makes it easier. Going ahead to part the hair in sections and coming through to see that it is very nice to run my hand through it. Then I go ahead to braid the roots. Braid to 5 to 6 times, as much times as I feel like is relatively enough. Then take the multi, then attach it to the hair, then braid a little bit. After braiding the hair more to the attachment, that is the crochet, you start to separate the crochet one by one, as I did in the video. I removed the first side, then continued braiding. Alright, after braiding a little bit more, then I removed the second side, then decided to not finish exactly, but braid a little bit more. So it's like remaining just a little bit more for me to add another set of crochet of multi. It was at this point I added the second strand of multi. As I mentioned earlier, I had the new set of Xpression multi and the one I used before. So for the back section, I was using the one I used before. So basically, I'm using the same step, the same procedure for as I did the first one. Add the multi, braid a little bit, then remove the strands of multi, then finish the braiding strand. Not to worry if this method is a little bit cumbersome for you. There is another method that I'm going to be showing later on in the video, so you make sure you stay tuned.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go.
It was at this point I realized that the strands of multi for my hair length, using it without cutting it in two was going to be a waste of product. So I decided to start cutting the product into two, so that way I'll just end up using just one strand, but the fact that I cut it into two just makes it better, and I don't waste as much product length as it will be. So I'm repeating the hair process again. That is sectioning the hair, braiding it a little bit of maybe an inch or two, then adding the multi, separating the hair strands after braiding it a little bit. Braid the hair a little bit more, then add the remaining strands of multi towards the end of the hair. Braid the multi down a little bit, then separate the multi. I hope you can get what I just explained, as it's exactly what I did in the video. Then after removing the strands of the multi, then I braid my hair completely. So this was the method I used for the first roll of my hair, that is the roll at the back. So for method 2, I'm basically going to section my hair and keep all hair sections in braid, that is Bob Marley, and keep it that way. Then I'm going to use the crochet pin I showed you earlier in the video. So basically when I braided my hair, I just noticed where my hair length reached. Then I could basically measure the type of cutting I can make for my next strands of multi.
Take the best thoughts and put them on display, on repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before.
I haven't tried the second method. I was rest assured that it was, trustworthy. But at this point, I knew my hair was already full. Like, it was so full. I really didn't bargain for my hair to be this full. As I earlier explained, for the second method, you just want to braid your hair. And for this frontal part, I'll be using this Xpression Multi. I was done using the used part. So for this one, once you lose your Xpression, you bring out one. You will see that you can divide it into 3. And each one I can divide into 3. I cut it into 2. Using this method, you can use 1 strand of multi for 3 strands of hair. For this method, we are going to use a crochet pin, and I'm going to start with the lower section of my hair. You can start with either way. As you saw earlier, I was crocheting the hair into both the upper section and the lower section. Using the crochet pin to bring in the middle part of the multi, then tying it at the ends. I'm going to repeat the same process for the upper side. So that's how I still did it. For the back side, as I showed you earlier in the video, I braided it into the hair. For this particular part, I actually did crochet. If you don't want your hair to be as full as mine, you can just crochet 1 strand instead of doing double knotting. This double knotting will really work for those with shorter hair length, and it's really not show that their hair is not as long, or for anybody who's just going for a fuller length. That's how I did it, and I repeated the method over and over again. If you do have any questions, don't forget to drop it down in the comment section below. If you've learned a thing or two, don't forget to like. So this is my first video on my curly girl era hairstyles. So I started with this hair because it was the most affordable of all I could find at the time. It's a synthetic hair. It's not the usual woman hair. Mind you, you can achieve the same hairstyle with woman hair. It's just going to give you a different outcome. With woman hair, it's going to not look as bulky, and it's not going to be synthetic. So that's just the difference between these hairstyles. You can do this style with woman hair, but the difference is the budget is going to change, but you're going to enjoy the results either way. At the end of this series, you'll be able to see the curly girl styles you can actually do with the high budget, middle budget, and the low budget. This is the lowest budget I could find to anticipate for the next hairstyle, which is going to be posted in May, the second week in May. I'm going to be posting the video of the second style that I tried. That is a little bit pricier than this and more like a woman hair, but not yet the woman hair feel. It has the woman hair feel. It has everything that you want in woman hair, but it's not actual woman hair. So anticipate for that, and make sure you subscribe so you know when I upload that video. The second week of May, on Friday, that's when I'll be uploading that video. So yeah.
You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby, you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something get bored of killing me? And will you get bored of killing me? And will you get bored of killing me?
Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Too many things going on, I can't keep track of them all. From people dropping a bomb to people putting up walls. I feel like life is on hold, perception stuck in a vault. I know that time can heal all, but how much time till we fall? It's awfully chilly.
So this is what the hair was looking like exactly when I was done. It was quite bouncy and that was it. So for me to trim, I did divide my hair into 3 parts, actually 4, but for the back part I divided it into 2, then checked where my hair length was, then tried to trim. I was so scared to cut my hair, so I was being very careful, and my trimming process took longer than I expected.
I wanna drive away so I can be so far from it. I wanna find a place where no one breaks their promises, or maybe drown myself in something that is bottomless. Take me back to a place where I felt at home.
And for the front section of the hair, it was also divided into 2, and I was going to apply the same cutting method. Since this was the middle part and the front part is not as long as my back hair length, I wasn't really that scared, but I still checked where my hair length was, and I did this like high-low cutting. So that's what I did. So cutting the front aspect was easier for me. If you can find someone to do that for you, if you're doing it for yourself, it will be easier, but for me that was easier. For the back aspect, I still went back after to trim it a little bit more, and I was trying to figure out the best hairstyle for this hair. But was then I realized that maybe I shouldn't have tried this during this heat season. It's so hot here, and I was reconsidering on my decisions, but I tried 3 hairstyles at the moment, this and the half or up half down. But at the end of the day, I resulted into a scarf. The heat aside, you should totally try this hair, and you can totally support this channel by liking, sharing, commenting your questions and subscribing. Bye.